So Tarkov just wiped, and after selecting my sexy Russian bear, I jumped into my first raid. A scav raid, because I'm a scared little boy in the new map Streets of Tarkov. Things were looking good, with Nikita giving me his blessings from within a duffel bag. First thing I looted. First thing. The first thing. We made a new friend. Yeah, have you actually been on this map yet? Or is this your first time too?
Is that like second time?
Second time? Did you make it out the first time?
Definitely not.
Do you have any idea where the extracts are?
Nah, no. We're just playing it as we go.
And then got cucked by the new and improved audio. I'm so confused. What? Where? What's demoralized? I jumped into Interchange, hoping to find some loot and make it out alive. We started off strong, looting a lot of really good stuff, making our way further into the mall. Killing some scavs, doing our first 100% realistic hardcore surgery on ourselves. Even finding a Salewa inside the bag of a scav we murdered. But it was all for nothing as we got our first head eyes of the wipe. It's at this point I need to remind myself that I haven't played Tarkov in months and the recoil system sucks. My god, the recoil system, what the actual fuck is all of this? But I wasn't to be deterred. Interchange proved to me that there was a lot of money to be made here, alongside the possibility of some of the med loot we needed for the therapist. So I jumped back in as a scav to try and recover from the previous loss. As I made my way around, I thought I had misread the situation, as all I could find in the entire mall was this bottle of juice.
Fucking juice time, baby!
But then I saw it, sitting on a table just meters away. Salewa. With my newfound loot, I needed to extract, but not before I saw this scav with a pestily plague mask on. I had to think long and hard about what to do next. Leading to my first successful raid of the wipe, things have started to turn around. With all of this success going on, I had gotten to level 2 and unlocked some tasks from Mechanic, which would put me into the woods location. A great place for medical items such as the ones we needed, and the possibility of picking off scavs at range, especially considering we started with this SV98 here. With the success of Interchange and the task requiring me to go to woods, I was left with the decision. And I did the obvious thing. I loaded up customs. Right off spawn, I heard a couple of shots near me. Running up to the train car in search of loot, I saw a little blue helmet bob up over the wall. A couple of shots later, and I had landed my first PMC kill of the wipe. Seriously though, why is he dressed like a blueberry when dude, that quest is so much further along than now? Attempting to loot him, I heard some footsteps nearby. A couple of scavs had come to investigate. I took him out with ease to a semi-completion of my first task, with 5 scav kills completed. Continuing through, looting and shooting, I struck gold with one more Salewa. An AKM found its way into my bag from a box, and a shotgun with the pistol grip I needed was taken from the cold, dead hands of a scav. And with the evac being right next to me, I was excited to end this raid right here. Oh right, that's, yeah, cool. This isn't my evac. As I leave the building, I heard a massive explosion, and I immediately regretted my decision to come towards what is arguably the most heavily trafficked area of the game, Rashala's crack house. I decided to skirt the edges to try to avoid any conflict that might be waiting for me inside. Mistake. There's Big Pipe and his goons. Running into the building for cover, I hid in a room like a little baby to try to hold an angle. But it was for nothing. Die shortly after. At least my insurance should come back from that one. Scavenging back into customs, I'm immediately frightened by a dead man sitting upright. But dear God, does he have some loot for me? What a kind gentleman. Making our way to where we found the Salewas last time, I scare the shit out of a fellow scav, then head down to search for the items we need, only to find a little goblin hiding in the corner. Now, because I'm a good scav, I don't shoot, but they do. After a bit of a back and forth fight, I send them back to the lobby to discover it was actually a PMC, and boy did he have some juice. Look at that AK.
Nice.
But it didn't stop there. A mutant and the new Steyr Org hiding in his bag too. It was time to get out. A bit of death at the evac point netted me another set of contacts, which was followed by me dumping everything into my stash immediately. Boy, is it nice to have an EOD stash. Aside from the earlier incident, customs has been going great. Throwing myself back into the meat grinder, I took a position in the skeleton building of the construction area, taking out the sniper scav, guarding the way for me to get to the fortress. Shooting way too many bullets at a scav, I scored myself a shotgun I needed for my quest. Looting my way through the buildings, searching for that coveted Salewa, I found some interesting items. Dude, Aqua FPS gets a third streamer item, what? Coming across to the evac, I stumbled upon a bloodbath. Bodies everywhere. Easy loot? I killed this guy who's attempting to be sneaky, but he can't hear anything because he's got a gigantic motorbike helmet on his noggin. Take his stuff and dip. Customs has definitely been going great, but we really do need to get those Salewas, so I kitted out an AK with a suppressor and a PSO scope and headed to Woods, where I should have been going in the first place. Much huffing and puffing later, I finally get my endurance skill to level 1, only to be met by a guy who eats bullets with his face and can shoot through trees just fine. That's okay, that's just Tarkov. Going back into Woods, this raid brought almost everything together as we killed a PMC, got his gear, and grabbed the letter 4 mechanic. Took on some scavs at the fob for 0 loot. Landed a 130 meter iron sight headshot that would make a sniper proud for all of the loot. Swiped the last shotgun I needed for debut and on our way out. And handed in the letter 2 mechanic. Unlocking Jaeger and getting level 5 for our first lot of daily quests. Fuck! We're making some great progress now, but these Salewas are really starting to get the better of me. Crapper gave us some new quests which are going to take us to, you guessed it, Woods. Luckily, we discovered that the PP19 with no attachments is actually the meta for woods, so we slapped down this guy in our way at the USAC camp, and he did have quite a nice looking AK, but you guessed it, no Salewas. From here, we finished off the search mission. With that out of the way, it left only one task for Big Daddy Prapper, checking, or better known as the Bronze Pocket Watch quest. Taking us back to the customs where I hoped to sleuth around the edges, picking up the bits and pieces I needed to finish off this damn mission for therapists. But what happened in the customs shipping yards was some of the best fights I've ever had in Escape from Tarkov. Some of that early white magic where everyone has shit gear trying their absolute hardest to kill each other. Holy shit, I'm lucky to be alive. And at the end of all of that, we still hadn't actually gotten our hands on a third Salewa, but I did manage to get a syringe, the last item I needed to build the med station in my hideout, where I can craft the last Salewa and be finally fucking done with this damn task.
Know your fucking place, trash.